Hello again. I am still your course facilitator, Dr. Ashibi Jacob Eneji. In this video, we are going to be looking at the conceptual definition and types of security threats. Please pay attention and I encourage you to participate in all class activities. Alright, welcome again. The course code remains CSS244, types and analysis of security threats. We will go quickly into the content of this video so I don't waste much of your time. Let's look at the topic of this video is conceptual definition and types of security threats. Alright, so this is our topic for this video. We'll be looking at the definition and the definition. Alright, we're looking at two aspects in this topic: the definition of security threats, okay, and we'll be looking at the types of security threats. So we have two angles to this topic. All right, so come along with me as we take on the definition, right? The definition of security threats. But before then, let's look at the possible learning outcomes, those things that you should know by the end of this class. All right, so the first is that you should be able to define the term security threat. So by the end of this class, right now what we are doing is to impute. We are imputing the concept of security threats into you. Then by the end of the class, you should be able to output that concept of security threat. That means you should be able to define, all right, holistically, the term security threat. Again, by the end of this class, you should be able to outline the types of security threats. You should be able to list them out one after the other at the end of this class. Okay, so this is what you should be able to know by the end of this class. Again, another important thing you should be able to do by the end of this lesson is that you should be able to explain the types of security threats as we are going to be discussing them. Okay, after knowing how to outline the types, you should be able to explain them. All right. Okay, having said that, let's quickly move on to the conceptual definition of security threats. All right, I have a picture by the side of the text. You can see the torchlight right here beaming onto an odd figure right there. Okay, that is an indication that there is an odd number, or there is an odd and extraneous personality amongst these other ones. This becomes a figure of a threat. All right, a threat to the many others, and so that is the implication of this picture that you are seeing. And so what is security threat? What is the conceptual meaning of security threat? Now, according to Ole Weaver 1995, the other name is OLE, Ole Weaver 1995, he sees security threat as any problem that undermines the security of any nation or community. All right, according to Ole, any problem that undermines the security of any nation can be classified as a security threat. So take for instance terrorism, like in Nigeria, Boko Haram. It is undermining the security of Nigeria already. All right, so it has become a good example of a security threat. All right, so another definition can be any human or non-human element that has the capacity, all right, capacity to destroy the vital interest of any nation. So any human or non-human element, anything that is either human or non-human that can destroy the capacity, or that has the powers, or that has the capacity to destroy the interest of any nation, is classified as security threat. Okay, and of course the types of security threats are going to hover around this human and non-human element. So you need to take note of that. This is a core element in the type of security threats. Okay, so in summary, whatever is inimical or dangerous or that subjects any nation or community to risk is, in other words, referred to as security threats. Okay, so in Oleweber's definition, you have to take these key terms: undermines security of any nation, all right, or community. Okay, all right, so I am sure you have been able to get a grasp of what the term security threat means. So let's see how you can on your own define the term security threat. Let's do this practically. Just pause the video for 5 let's say 5 seconds. Let's see if you will be able to define the term security threat. Okay, I am sure within yourself you have been able to define the term security threat. I am confident you did that religiously in order to learn along the line. All right, so let's quickly move on to the next area for today's topic, which are the types of security threats. Okay, so the next area, the next focus of today's topic is the types of security threats. Now, as you can see here, we have 2 common types of security threats. Natural security threats, which of course, remember I mentioned human and non-human, and so this is non-human natural security threat, and man-made security threats. Okay, these are the 2 types of security threats that we have. So here we are going to be taking them one after the other. We're going to discuss this first, then we'll go to man-made security threat. So let's take the natural security threat at this time. Right, so the natural security threat, what are natural security threats? What can you classify as natural security threat? I'm sure you can begin. You are seeing pictures here. This is a flooded area with people and animals inside water struggling to find their ways out. The flood here has become a threat to the well-being of all of these individuals that you are seeing here. Okay, again, you can see some catastrophic eruption here, more of a storm or whatever it is, an earthquake or something, some natural disaster right here. Vehicle destroyed in between, possibly the owners of the property standing in great shock and seeing how their well-cherished property has been destroyed. Well, now, what are natural security threats? Natural security threats are threats that are caused by modern nature. All right, as the name implies, natural. Whatever threat that comes as a result of nature is regarded as natural security threat. All right, natural security threat can also be divided into major and minor threats. Major and minor threats. Major threats are those that have significant impact, and of course, an example of those can include hurricane, drought, earthquakes, etc. Whereas minor security threats are those natural security threats that have less significant impact. All right, and an example of that can include mudslide, thunderstorm, cloud wave storm, and all of that. Right, so the natural security threat, in other words, is on the other hand, is divided into 2: major and minor. The major has significant impact, minor have less significant impact. Examples of natural security threats are floods, quakes, tornadoes, global warming, that's rise in temperature, of course hurricane storms. All of that are part of the natural security threats. An example of those you can see here are flood, earthquakes, and Okay, I am sure you have gotten a good grasp of that. Now, let's look at the man-made security threat. Now that we have been able to explain what natural security threats are, let's now move on to man-made security threat. Alright, so man-made security threats are those threats or hazards that are caused as a result of human actions. Alright, as a result of human actions or human activities. Whatever threat that comes as a result of what man has done, consciously or unconsciously, constitutes man-made threats. So all man-made threats are threats that emanate from man's action or inaction. Okay? An example of man-made security threat includes terrorism, kidnapping, cyber attacks, arson, civil disorder, etc. All of these are as a result of man's action or activity. The picture you're seeing here, for instance, this picture is foremost in the description of Boko Haram. Boko Haram is classified under a terrorist group, so terrorism here, and of course it's an activity that is being perpetrated by man. They are all human beings as you see them, so this has become a good example of man-made security threat. This is a hacker. It's a favorite picture for hackers, those who commit computer crimes, cyber criminals. They threaten individuals, threaten nations. They are all examples of man-made security threats. Alright, so we have been able to explain the two different types of security threats, natural security threats and man-made security threats. So let me test your competence here to see if you are able again to get the little lesson that we have just done. So kindly, alright, just the outline and discuss the types of security threats. So I'm going to give you again another 5 seconds to see if you can do that on your own. Alright, I am confident that you are able to do that on your own for your own benefit. If you haven't, please do that. Make sure you revise immediately to know how to resolve or solve this class activity. Okay, thanks for watching this video. If you have questions, contributions, do not hesitate to send them across to me, and I will be very excited to discuss them further with you. Cheers. I'll see you in the next class. Bye bye.